Happy Thursday, Tea Squad. I am here with another Spill the Tea video. Baby, why Tyrese then got into this mess with Brian McKnight and his son Nico? Why this man don't get somewhere and sat down? I will never understand. Sir, don't you have your own family issues? Hello, my name is Keisha, aka ColorMePynk, and you're watching the ColorMePynk channel and a new Spill the Tea episode, okay? Let's get into this mess. So, we all know that Brian McKnight, a few weeks ago, got on the internet and called his children that he had with his first wife evil and that they were made of sin. Nobody's checking for him. He recently just had a concert where it had to get canceled because nobody was buying tickets. Look at how good God is. Ain't gonna bless no mess. No, we ain't. So Ricky Smiley got on the internet and gave his thoughts on the situation. Let's watch what Ricky Smiley had to say first.
I say to Brian McKnight, kids, to all of his kids, the ones that he said that's born out of evil or born in evil, whatever he said, whatever he claims, or whatever, let you know that you have a lot of support out here. We here at the Ricky Smiley Morning Show support you. If anybody get this message out to Brian McKnight, 2 sons and daughter, you are always welcome to the state of Alabama, to the great state of Alabama, where you have men and you have uncles and you have a lot of people in Birmingham that take on kids that have been abandoned by fathers. I've seen a lot of it, even with watching Little League football coaches that spend their own time, money, and resources into trying to make sure that the kids have everything they need. But I know that y'all are older. But if y'all ever feel any kind of way, or you feel unloved and need male figure, father figure, there's people out here like myself, and I know I can vouch for my brother from another mother, Ben Crump, and others. We would be more than happy to have you. You are not thrown away. You are not garbage. You are loved. You are to be respected. And there's a lot of group of men out here waiting to stand with you and make sure you have everything that you need. We are not here to try to replace your father, which that can't be done, but we can be something to you. To just make sure you go on into your adulthood and live your life and get you the help and therapy that you need so that you can move on, because words hurt and stuff like this hurt a lot. Everything when when things like this are said, it's a bell that cannot be unrung. So if anybody know Brian McKnight, kids, sons, and daughter, we really celebrate dads where I live, and in my household, we had over years and years and years have raised kids that don't have a dad, or dad got killed, or just, hey, I don't want to be a dad, or whatever. That's what we do. We are some of the best father figures and uncles and anything you need. So just to let y'all know, just put that out there. I'm not here to, we already tackled that part, talking about what he did, but I don't want to do that, talk about that and offering something to them in the same video. So we just want to say to the kids, stay prayed up, stay close to God, and understand that God is your real daddy. He's all of our real daddy. He's our daddy's daddy and our granddaddy's real daddy. We serve an awesome God that will see you through anything, and that will see that that you will supply all your needs. He's a heart fixer, and he's a mind regulator. And I know he's a mind regulator because it's been days where I feel like I was going crazy, and he get my mind right back on track. So just continue to love God and continue to trust God and lean on Him for everything that you don't understand. And don't even try to understand. Just lean on Him, get therapy, and just try to make sure that when you have your kids, that you are the total opposite of what you have experienced. The same.
You better speak a word, Ricky Smiley. I love that he did not use that space and opportunity to bash Brian McKnight, because why? God is dealing with him, as we can see. I love that he spoke life into this man's children, gave them an encouraging word, prayed over them, and offered assistance. This is what the community, the culture, us as Black people should be doing. When one of us fails, one of us should step up. And I love that he's done that. We all know that Ricky Smiley has raised his own children as well as other people's children throughout the years on his reality show. We know that he's a man of morals and principles. So that just warmed my heart that he even took the time out to get that message to Brian McKnight's kids. And then you know that it's real, and it touched his spirit and his heart, because we all know Ricky lost his son a few years ago. He lost a son. So he knows how it feels to have a child, your firstborn, and to lose that child. And for Brian McKnight son to be stage 4 cancer, have stage 4 cancer, and to call your child evil and made of sin is some of the most demonic mess I've ever heard in my life. I've never seen this type of behavior for somebody. And it's like, God forbid something happens to that boy and he passes on. This is what you want to leave into the world of what you said about your child? Because you're not going to be able to get these moments back. And like Ricky said, words hurt. Words hurt. Sometimes they hurt, not even sometimes, majority of the time they hurt more than actual physical pain. You can get over a bruise or a scar. That can heal. But that takes time, years, therapy, counseling, prayer, self-work. Like, that takes a lot. And to have somebody speak that way about you and that person be your father, my God. Well, after that, Tyrese decided to add his 2 cents to the conversation and wanted to get a message out to Ricky about what Ricky had to say.
What I want to address is I want to talk to my brother Ricky Smiley, and I want to say to you that it is unfair, in my grown man opinion, to say that that man and his ex-wife and the mother of his kids, which are now grown adults, past 30 years old, whatever their specific dynamic is, there's a bunch of things that have been said and done over the years that is nobody's business, that has contributed to where they are. This is not fair to say, well, they my kids, or they grown, they adults, and so I ain't gonna ever turn my back on my kids. I ain't gonna ever not provide or be there or support or do whatever. Man, kids out here be saying some fucked up shit, bruh. Kids out here be crossing you and doing and saying and going above and beyond to cross you. I do not know what that man and that woman or his kids or anything about anything. Like, I literally know Brian. I have not had one conversation with Brian McKnight about his wife, his kids, or anything that went down between them, nor is it my business, nor is it my place to ask him, what happened?
So why are you speaking on
What's
it?
going on? This and that. None of my business. What I am addressing and talking about is I feel like it is not fair to act as if relationships between men and their children that at some point become adults can't fall apart can't become extremely volatile and toxic. Listen, man, I know dudes that are in jail for getting in full-on fights with their kids who grow up, who think they can talk to them and treat them any kind of way, stealing money, flirting with their girl or their wife inappropriately while they're in new relationships, crossing the line, doing all kind of that can make the dynamic between you and your daughter or your son completely off limits.
What?
Let's go even further. And I know a thing or two, so consider me a professional in this department. I want you guys to Google these words that a lot of you guys have never heard of. All the therapists, all of the psychiatrists, especially all of the family law attorneys, please chime in. Parenting alienation. Google it. Enmeshment. When kids or young adults or even grown folks are enmeshed and there is parenting alienation between the man trying to alienate the child or children from the mother, or the mother brainwashing, poisoning, or trying to brainwash and alienate the kids or the adults from the father. That is a real thing. When you are enmeshed, which again, you should Google it by definition, read it on the airwaves to educate people. When parents are enmeshed with their kids or teens or young adults or adults, they lose sight of the dynamic between being a parent and a child or children. They talk to them about everything. They go into all of the specifics and details about the cheating or infidelity or the physical, emotional, psychological abuse. They're going on and going into specific details with the child or children because they do not understand the line between being a specific parent. A father and a mother is not friends with a child.
What?
You can develop a friendship with your child or children, but that is not your friend. That is your son, that is your daughter. Not to ever have the roles or the dynamics of the roles to ever be crossed or blurred. You can't go out tonight. Why I can't go out tonight? I'm blah, blah. We all know what it is. And if we have never experienced disrespectful kids, today's kids are out of their minds.
I got so much to say. First of all, Ricky, from what I saw, now I don't know if he spoke about this topic on his radio show with the Brian McKnight situation. I don't know if that was what he was referring to, but based off what we just saw, he never once said that family relationships can't be contentious, that there can't be volatile, that the child might be in the wrong, he never said that. He simply gave encouragement and offered assistance to help, first of all. Second of all, you said out of your own mouth, you don't know nothing about this man's family life. You've never spoken to his kids. You only know Brian. You've never spoken to the wife. You don't talk to him about his family life or anything. So why are you chiming in to defend somebody when you don't even know the dynamics or the ins and out of the situation? You know him as Brian McKnight, the artist. That ain't got nothing to do with him being Brian McKnight, the husband or the father. You could be a great artist and be a horrible father and a horrible husband. So shut up, first of all. Third, you got your own situations that you need to be dealing with while you trying to defend another man and his household. You need to hush and focus on that. Fourth, you saying that these kids out here nowadays are wild and all of that. Very true. It ain't even nowadays. This is from the test of time. Ain't nothing changed. It's probably gotten a little worse, But okay, great. Yeah, that is very much true. But at the end of the day, I could never imagine me going on the internet or even saying out of my mouth, knowing my child got stage 4 cancer and calling him and his siblings evil and that they were made of sin. When my child is literally over here fighting for his life. I don't care what beef we've had throughout the years. I don't care what I've said to you, what you've said to me. I'm going to be by your side no matter what. No matter what. We can sit there and not speak to each other, but I'm still going to be here. So what you talking about, you can kick rocks with open-toe shoes on with that. And then when he said that enmeshment,
bruh,
Google it, look it up, enmeshment. When a parent gets to telling all of his business or her business to a child, involving them in their situations or the marriage, talking bad about the other parent or whatever the case may be. What you think you've been on the internet doing for the last 4-5 years? Just because you're not directly speaking to your daughters about your mother, you enmeshed us, the public, in your foolishness that your daughters will see or have seen. So you can't talk about enmeshment because you've done it. We know stuff about you and Samantha that we should never know.
got him.
So you need to listen to your own advice, sir. You run to the internet every time that lady make you flinch. You have unwillingly enmeshed us, the public, in your mess, and we never asked to be in it. So you just contradicted yourself once again and made yourself look like an idiot. And then the part where he said you cannot be friends with your child. You can have a friendship, but you should not be friends with your kid. Maybe that's why your situation is the way it is. But I firmly believe that you can be a parent and be a friend to your child. Tyrese is my best friend. I don't know about y'all, but Tyrese is my best friend. He's not only my son, he's my best friend. That is the love of my life. I would give lungs, heart, and limb for that boy. Do I involve him in my day-to-day business and turmoil and thought? No. But I've built a relationship with my child that if I need a shoulder to lean on, I can talk to my child. And believe it or not, at 24, he gives me sound advice. And that's based upon how I raised him. So I don't believe that you can't be friends with your child. I think parents need to be friends with their kids so they can have open communication and not feel like I'm going to get in trouble or my parent is going to look at me different when I voice this or tell them that. You should want your child to be comfortable enough to know that you are a safe space for them. So you need to shut up. Get on my dang on nerves. Crusty lip Negro. Anyway, you the same man that literally got on the internet shaving your girlfriend's vajayjay. Girl, don't... Please don't talk to nobody about no parenting. Anywho, Brian McKnight's son, Nico, after seeing all of this, posted on his Instagram story, Tyrese used to sleep under our pool table when I was a kid. I know the 90s R&B brotherhood blood is thicker than anything, but you should sit this one out, champ. I mean... You have relationships to fix with your own children and your own past decisions you've made on behalf of PUSSY and Power. You better read, Nico. The allegiance to those two things is what keeps you guys from seeing that the only thing that matters in the end is family. Real men can see past the BS. Let me stop though. This 46-hour chemo infusion has me ready to fade, Jody. That's not right. Peace and prosperity. And then he went on to post a picture of him getting his chemo infusion. Let that sink in. While you walking around in your black silk pajamas giving us unwanted advice. Boy, suck a ugh. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all think about all this, because this made me mad, child. I just started my day. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, you guys. Subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.